Welcome to the 8th oldest stadium in the country, Vaught Hemingway in Oxford, Mississippi, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, where the fans never lose a tailgate and don't plan on losing the game today. Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Ole Miss Rebels. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Huskers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Got his man downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Apparently, line number 1 on the game plan, attack now, immediately.
And this quarterback, he smelt it. He knew he had an opportunity. This is a guy who loves taking shots any chance he has. You saw it on that first play of the game.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Here's a heat. The sweet feet buy a little time. There he goes. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Fantastic job there buying time and then using his speed to go get a huge chunk play. You saw on defense a lot of people in the back end with their heads turned around chasing receivers. It's dangerous. You want to play man coverage. You don't want to keep your eyes on the quarterback. You're going to pay for it. You saw it right there.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can...
Touchdown, Ole Miss! Fit it in the window for the score.
That is tremendous toughness there by the quarterback because he knew he was going to get drilled. He hung tough in the pocket and delivered a strike for the touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Goes to the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Now think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Raiola. And the ball's out, and they're after it.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Finds his man. It's Mills. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. And the Huskers will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Makes a move. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Man, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Thanks to grab. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Raiola. Gonna let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
The Cornhuskers will bring the punt team onto the field. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They thought maybe they could get the defense flowing the wrong way on the counter, but they were not fooled.
Get them flowing one way and then maybe hit that outside on the other side, right? But they didn't even let it get outside. They kept it right in the middle of the field, did a great job seeing it, going and getting it, being aggressive. You got to find a different way maybe to attack these guys, to use their speed against them.
Still on his feet at the 45. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35.
Well, we knew coming into tonight they were going to try to find this guy throwing the ball. I had no idea it was going to be this successful this early. Guys, he's closing in on 100 receiving yards. We're not even out of the 1st quarter yet. He has been an absolute force.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
Offense gets set for 2nd down. The give to the tailback. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And the Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. The quick out. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Alexander. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
How many 1st downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Looking to throw. Now improvising. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Lets it go to the end zone. Wide out trying to get it in. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied from the touchdown. The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rebels! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stops at the 23. Using his legs, it's Phillips. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line, linebackers, everybody's dialed in. They see what's going on. They diagnose it, go downhill, hit them right in the middle of the field.
Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. The corners are walked up tight. Back to pass, it's Raiola. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
And they'll blow it dead just across midfield around the 45. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. To the air on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Zings it complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Rebels want to crank the tempo. From the gun, to give, looking for room. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. They'll stop him short, and they had it sniffed out from the beginning.
You're just trying to change the ebb and flow of the game. You're trying to get some of this momentum back, so you go fake punt, and you can't get it executed. It just backfires in their face.
Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Give to the back. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interceptions. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. The screen, he's got wheels. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. The Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Trying to get it to the marker. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Well, the head coach said he was going to be aggressive. 4th and 2 is kind of right on that edge, but he goes for it and gets it done.
He said he was going to be aggressive, and he backed it up. That's one thing you want to see. You want to hear your coaches talk, and you want to see them back it up on the field.
Looking downfield, it's Simmons. He's got him still on his feet. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick completion on the out. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Touchdown, Ole Miss! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout. It's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in the SEC is so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
That's It's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Rides to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Grabbed in the middle, it's Ives. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big 3rd down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for you.
Looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Ives. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Reese. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage or maybe even bracketing this running back if he decides to come out of the backfield, because right now they don't seem to have an answer for him.
Fires to the big fella. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The Huskers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They just keep firing. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
Thank you very much. That's what the quarterback's thinking on that last play. I think he was even shocked that his receiver was that wide open downfield. He'll take it.
And the Huskers are on the move. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw. It's Raiola. Into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. Just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
A long way to go on 4th and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Touchdown, Nebraska. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they close the deal with a 7-yarder for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Back to pass, it's Simmons. Back open in the middle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Watkins. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route. Against zone coverage, quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Wants to go up top on first down. They're working that left side.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And the Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Turning it on. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man down the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep.
Yeah, it's also hard when you get in the red.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll get stopped at the 17. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Corner's going to give them room. Dropping back, it's Raiola. He's looking deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that, they're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing.
He wants to take the top off. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
One more snap coming before halftime. On fourth down, looking to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
There are analytics out there in college football that say maybe you can go for that at that point of the field here in the first half. It's still early. If you don't get it, you can come back later in the game, make it up, score some more points, and that mistake will be erased. The problem is right now at this juncture of the game, that was a big-time error. The fact that you didn't get that, you're now gifting your opponent points.
And this one splits the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Rebels will line up to kick off and start the second half. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Swings it out to the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Cornhuskers want to pick up the tempo.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the catch. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Rushes on him. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics will says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Give to the running back. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
The give to the back. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Bringing the heat. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside CUSA today. West Virginia looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Mountaineers. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Heck of a show. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where CUSA is right now, and man, what a difference.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
The sure hands, it's Bell. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. The Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to pass. It's Raiola. And the 3rd down pass is knocked away by the D.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. He wants to throw it. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Just keep slinging it. Under fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Clark. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here.
Trying to get behind the defense. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Just tried to drop a little floater in there and it's incomplete.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% of the season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. To the ground with the back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Leaves it with the running back. Can't get him to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Now, that was a blitz from the middle linebacker. That's one the offensive line should have picked up, regardless of what the pass protection was. Sliding or going base man-to-man or fanning out, you generally always account for the middle linebacker. There's no reason to let him run cleanly.
Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for him.
He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds. And the Huskers come to the line in the hurry-up. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Got it in the middle, it's Mills. At midfield, he's got room. He's loose on the left. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. The penalty wipes out the big play, and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. The Cornhuskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Gets the back moving. Going to swing it on 2nd down. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Wide receiver going in motion. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And that's a great sign for this offense, because this year, we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Going to the running game. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
All right, well, they've been trying to run the football to get it in here. You're right on the doorstep. I like maybe setting up a jumbo formation, maybe going play action, see if you can sneak a guy out in the flat for the score.
Tries to do it himself on the draw. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollard.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to play the length of the field if I missed.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. Boise State is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Chris Peterson, this has not been a blowout today on the Smurf turf. They're up by 4 over Hawaii. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, and we'll circle back.
Man, this is excellent. Listen to this.
How about that one? Kevin will be keeping
Listen
an
to
eye on
nephew right quick. I'm listening. Picture what? You know y'all cousin came home the other day, right?
offense back onto the field.
Rise
They didn't get much done the last time they had it and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Today, I
And
think
good coverage
Lanier
by the
posted him
defense just a short
and
gain.
tagged his page or Brooke. I think it was
Like this
Lanier.
defense,
You
man.
know
All
Lanier, huh?
game long, great job
We'll go to
tackling the
brother.
football.
Anyway.
You throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You've got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Looking for a man. It's Rayola. Quickly complete. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
To the air on second down. Looking to the big tight end. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
They'll try to pick up the first in the air.
Good boy, all on your paper trails.
Completion on third down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down.
Okay, you gotta go ahead with that bullshit.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Huskers in the hurry up.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that fourth down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy's not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job.
Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Bringing it back. The 40. Finally brought down the one away,
cool.
not only to get the football.
That's cool. I thought he was just gone for that high speed shit. Remember that shit when he came for that shit in Winterville? I thought it was that Winterville shit.
Are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense. Showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
That's
no more room to run as this
and Cuz been gone for what, about 10 summers?
Fourth down from the 22. This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. Just drives it between the uprights.
I was about to say at least 8.
That'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was
Come on, Ed, we can 3 out.
extremely pretty. All we got to do, not
they
give
let
up
him out.
plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He come to stay with you.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win in day-to-day, you've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll go to the toss. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, like you should have told him I was a walker or something.
Third and 10, still back up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started.
So why would you tell that man where you at?
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down.
Don't call me next time.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires left. Makes the grab ready for the first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains.
Hey, you got it. For no reason. Then most of the time it's family.
Motion from the back. Wants to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. He saw an
y'all sipping on Lou that dose.
Has been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here.
Boy, I ain't do nothing. I ain't do none of that. I ain't got time for none of that else shit.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing.
Yeah, that's the last physical address.
There's a defender swatting.
Because he's going to come across the river thinking I still stay in the trade.
All game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that third down play. The offense is
yeah, you talking about in the jungle?
Get a block and maybe spray a guy free.
You talking about in the jungle?
Wow, that was so good defensively.
So bam. That shit been did. The last time I heard Rad's voice.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And the fourth down pass will be complete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Yeah.
I think after failing on the fourth down,
for my 16th birthday, Gangster took me and PJ
to the meals. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense is pulling their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation.
And he probably been cut his water off for that shit.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a